ladies and gentlemen, to our very first edition of Lyrically Challenged, where I'll be taking you on a lyrical journey exploring some truly classic tunes. Today we'll be taking a look at the lyrical genius that is Kate Bush's 1985 hit Running Up That Hill. And unless you've been living under a rock, it has made an incredible comeback, running up those charts to number one in many countries thanks to the TV show Stranger Things in 2022. So who is Kate Bush? She's a singer, songwriter, producer, dancer and all-round incredible human being who was born in 1958 in Kent in England. Bush began writing songs at 11 and was signed to EMI at a young age thanks to help from David Gilmour with her demo. Yes, the David Gilmour of Pink Floyd. Her debut single, The Haunting Love Story of Wuthering Heights, made it to number one when Kate was just 19, having written the song in just a few short hours and later recorded her vocal in just one take. In 1985, Bush released her fifth album, Hounds of Love, to great critical acclaim, and her lead single was Running Up That Hill, which reached number 3 in the UK charts and number 30 in the Billboard charts. The original title of Running Up That Hill was Deal With God, but the record company were concerned about perceptions in religious countries. On the album, the title was listed as Running Up That Hill, in brackets, A Deal With God. Bush said in an interview, "You see, for me it is still called Deal With God. That was its title. But we were told that if we kept this title that it wouldn't be played in any of the religious countries. Italy wouldn't play it, France wouldn't play it, and Australia wouldn't play it. Ireland wouldn't play it, and that meant generally we might get it blacked purely because it had God in the title. Now I couldn't believe this. This seemed completely ridiculous to me, and the title was such a part of the song's entity. I just couldn't understand it. But nonetheless, although I was very unhappy about it, I felt unless I compromised that I was going to be cutting my own throat, I'd spent 2-3 years making an album and we weren't going to get this record played on the radio if I was stubborn. So I felt I had to be grown up about this, so we changed it to Running Up That Hill. But it's always something I've regretted doing, I must say, and normally I always regret any compromises that I make. At its core, Running Up That Hill seems to be about a relationship and the complexity navigating a relationship from two different viewpoints or even potentially genders. The narrator here hints at the intent to get a glimpse from the other person's perspective by swapping places. The song itself starts off with a distinctive drum beat and synth line with the lyrics coming in after a defined introduction. The song is from the perspective of the narrator, starting with the probing and emotive questions. Do you want to know how it feels? Do you want to know that it doesn't hurt me? The first verse leaves the listener on edge and intrigued with the narrator asking whether we want to hear about the idea that is being envisioned. The narrator goes on to explain what the deal is. And if only I could, I'd make a deal with God and I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building, say, if only I could. This could be in reference to coming to common ground and persistence in trying to resolve their issues. The could implies that the narrator cannot do but wishes to, and that this is their hope. The use of hills could be symbolic of the ups and downs in the relationship, and running upwards is generally a struggle for most people. Here the narrator is running up things that are getting increasingly larger in size, onwards and upwards, higher and higher. Going up the road, hill, building implies a moving, increasingly difficult goal or target, or potentially different issues of varying difficulty to overcome. The narrator goes on to speak about the pain each partner could be causing each other and how deep it is. The reference to bullets could represent the shots people take with their actions or words intending to cause harm, or alternatively could represent power dynamics between one or other partner. With the misunderstanding between each partner, one is aware that they are deeply wounding the other, while the reference to thunder, like a beating of a heart, could be the tumultuous nature and passion of relationship, or implying impending despair and darkness at the failing of one. Is there so much hate for the ones we love? The nature of relationships and the trust that people share means that the person closest to you can cause the most pain. Throughout literature, pain and love are often interlinked, and a narrator asks, why is there so much hate for the ones we love? This could be in reference to arguments and conflicts and the fine line between love and hate. It is often said that hate is not the opposite of love. Bush finishes the verse, "Oh tell me, we both matter, don't we?" This could be in reference to both opinions being relevant and pleading to encourage the other person to see the narrator's side, rather than strictly their own. It's you and me won't be unhappy. This could be in reference to making it work together, a commitment to each other, or if all else fails, it could imply that if they cannot make each other happy, they'll split ways. Following this, we have another chorus and pre-chorus, which we've already discussed, and then we go into the bridge. Oh come on baby, oh come on darling, let me steal this moment from you now. Oh come on angel, come on darling, let's exchange the experience. These could be words of encouragement from the narrator, using familiar words baby and darling as if the problem has been forgotten and to focus on the present with let me steal this moment from you now. It could also mean that the end is impending and to focus on the present. Oh come on angel, come on darling, let's exchange the experience. The angel ties up the song with a reference to God and as if the partner is also divine. The experience could also be in reference to swapping places, and this new experience that they're both having. The experience could also be about making love and just focusing on this moment. The chorus repeats itself and then lends to an outro of, say, if I only could be running up that hill with no problems. If I only could be running up that hill, if I only could be running up that hill. The narrator is hoping, longing to be able to get up that hill with no barriers or problems, even easily. Bush said about her song, I was trying to say that really a man and woman can't understand each other because we are a man and woman. And if we could actually swap each other's roles, if we could actually be in each other's place for a while, I think we'd be very surprised, and I think it would lead to a greater understanding. Some speculate that the song could also be about female sexuality and orgasm, while others about an outright abusive relationship. The song has taken on a greater meaning to those within the trans community, with some saying it resonates with being able to swap genders. So there we have it, Running Up That Hill by the influential Kate Bush. If you've not already done so, check out the awesome choreography in the interpretive dancing music video. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what your take is on this awesome song in the comments below. If you have any suggestions or comments, please also leave them below.